I'm Dr. Lucia of StraightAPhysics.com. Today I'm going to talk about identifying the number of significant figures in a value. So here we have some numbers that we're going to consider. One is 1,230, 1,230 decimal point, 12.01, 12.010, and 0.01. Now, the shortcut method of these are that all digits are significant except the placeholder zeros. That's helpful once you get a hang of this because you can do them quickly, but it's not very helpful when you're very first starting. So what we're going to do is go through 5 rules that are applied sequentially. At each step, at the end of it, we've found some significant digits which will remain significant, and then at the very end we'll know how many are really significant. So let's start with our value. Here are the numbers that we're going to look at. If we look at these, if we apply the first one, all non-zero digits are significant. So I have 1, 2, 3, that's significant. I have 1, 2, 3, that's significant. I have 1, 2, and 1. Those are significant. 1, 1. Those are significant. And I have the 1. Those are significant. So far at the end of applying Rule 1, we've identified some significant digits. We're not done yet, but what I've done here is I've placed in bold the values that are the digits that I've identified as significant. I'm going to use that as the beginning of my next step because once they're identified as significant, they are significant. So now the next one is all zeros between significance digits are significant. So here's a 0. It's not between significant digits. It's just after the 3. There's nothing to its right. So far, it's not significant. Here's a 0. It's to the right of 3, but there's no digit to its right, so we're not going to mark that. This one's between a 1 and a 2. So the rule promotes this one to significant. Likewise, this one, it's between the 1 and the 2. This one, there's nothing significant to its left, so this one doesn't get promoted. So here we are. I've bolded the ones that are significant, and we'll go on to Rule 3. The decimal point, if it's actually written, means that the 0 to its left is treated as in between, and that's all zeros to its left. My example only has 1, but here we have 1, 2, 3, 0. There's no decimal point written, so this one does not get promoted. 1, 2, 3, 0. Notice the decimal point here. That means this one's significant, and any zeros to the left of that would be significant. If we have this here, we don't need to worry about it. They're all significant. Here's the decimal place. There's no 0 to its left. Here's the decimal place. This is treated as in between, but there's nothing to its left, so it's not significant. Okay? So this one got promoted, and here's where we are now. So we'll use that for the next one. Okay, now we're going to worry about zeros to the right of the decimal place. Okay, there's no 0 to the right of the decimal place, no 0 to the right of the decimal place. These are already all significant. Now we have a 0 to the right of the decimal place. And let's look at this rule. It says zeros to the right of the decimal place. Any 0 to the right of a non-zero digit to the right of the decimal place is significant. So this one is to the right of 1, which is not 0. So this one has become significant. This 0 is to the right of the decimal place, but it's not to the right of any non-zero significant figure. So this one does not become significant by that rule. And we move on to the next rule. The next rule is great. The remaining zeros are not significant. They are placeholders. So we've now found the placeholders, and we're done. If we look at this 0 is a placeholder, and it is not significant, and this 0 is a placeholder, and it's not significant. So these are pretty much the rules. We're done. The only thing that remains is to answer a question they probably would actually ask you. Chances are what people would ask you is, how many significant figures are in each of these quantities? And we have here in 1, 2, 3, 0, there's 3. In 1, 2, 3, 0 point, there are 4. In 12.01, there are 4. In 12.010, there are 5. And in 0.01, there's 1. I hope you enjoyed this and it helped clarify some of your questions about how to deal with zeros in significant, when identifying the number of significant digits in a value. And come back to some of my other videos. Ciao for now.